Hello, I'm Shane Desai, and in today's presentation, I'm going to critically analyze Sonnet 18, or Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day by William Shakespeare. Now, about the poet. William Shakespeare, a renowned poet, playwright, dramatist, actor, and a writer, was the son of a local merchant. His father was a glove maker. When we talk about English language and literature, then the first name comes in our mind is of Shakespeare, and it is not wrong as he very immensely and widely contributed to the field. As far as literature is concerned, he contributed by giving 38 plays, 154 sonnets, and 2 long narratives. Apart from literature, in the English language, he gave over 1700 words. For example, the word brute comes from the word or name Brutus, who is one of the characters in Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar. He is also regarded as Bard of Avon and England's national poet, and a famous Jacobean dramatist named Ben Jonson also commented on him by saying, "Not for an age, but for all time." Now, what is a sonnet? Basically, a sonnet is 14 lines, melodious and musical poem written in iambic pentameter. The sonnet form was developed by a 13th century Italian poet Giacomo Lentini. However, it was Renaissance Italian poet Petrarch who made it famous. There are 4 major types of sonnets: first Petrarchian, Shakespearean, Spenserian, and Miltonic. As far as Shakespearean sonnet is concerned, it has a definite structure. It has 3 quatrains and a couplet. The rhyming scheme of all 154 sonnets are the same: A B A B, C D C D, E F E F, G G, except in Sonnet 22 where the poet takes liberty in the rhyming scheme. The Shakespearean sonnets are categorized in 3 parts. 1 to 126 are addressed to the fair youth or Mr. WH, 127 to 152 are addressed to dark lady, and the last 2 are considered to be Greek sonnets. Subjects of Sonnet 18: timelessness of love or eternity of love, death and immorality, longevity of art over beauty. Figures of speech. The first line or the first rhetoric question, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?" is actually a symbolism. Warmth of love, but sometimes too hot the eyes of heaven shines in second quadrant is personification. And even fair from fair sometimes decline is repetition and alliteration. But thy eternal summer will not fade in third quadrant is actually hyperbole, and the last couplet is also an hyperbole. So this is figure of speech. Short overview of Sonnet 18. Sonnet 18 is one of the most celebrated and famous poem of Shakespeare. This poem, as per the classification, falls in the category of fair youth sonnets. It starts with a rhetoric question, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?" And further on, the poet himself provides the answer by stating that his lover is more temperate, moderate, or balanced than the summer's day. Later on, he describes that why his lover is more temperate. Summer has its own limitations. Sometimes it's too hot and sometimes its complexion is dimmed. It also comes on lease or for a short period of time. And summer, though it is beautiful, but the poet states that every fair and beautiful thing fades or declines. But further on, the poet himself says that his lover's eternal summer or everlasting beauty will not fade. Not even time will be able to destroy it, and nor death will ruin it. Because the poet says that in these eternal lines he refers to the poem, his lover will grow or dwell. So by this, poet is also suggesting that eternity and longevity of art over beauty. And at last, the heroic couplet provides the evidence that as long as there is the existence of man, the poet's lover will live eternally in these lines. Conclusion. Thus, William Shakespeare in this poem praises and adores the beauty and qualities of his lover, providing it to be better than natural and above time. He also praises the power of art. Through this poem, he also tries to prove that even though the people may grow old, they will face death, but these lines will never die until the last day or the judgment day. And I would like to thank by quoting out a thank you quote written by William Shakespeare. Well then, if ever I thank any man, I will thank you, and thank you for being in my presentation. Thank you for listening me.